Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Red Jenny, everyone. Hi, hello. Weirdest bit we've ever started with.
Doubtful. Doubtful that
That's
that is true.
I guess we'll see. Hi, we're here to play the Dragon Age TTRPG here today. We have a lovely guest star this evening, Mr. John Cena. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. Welcome to be here. I'm so happy to be amongst you guys. You guys are great. I've been checking you out on the internet for years. I can't wait. I'm so excited to be.
We're excited to have you here. So glad that we finally got rid of Sita.
The
And
imposter.
Yeah, he's
have
been
an act.
trying to get on my namesake for years. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure he's older than me, but it doesn't matter.
For those of you out there in the chat watching, we were having some technical issues before stream. Sita is here, but unfortunately, camera stuff isn't working. So we have a lovely placeholder. If it gets way too distracting for the seriousness of the stream, we will Van will cut it
I'll
off.
turn it
But
off.
we thought it was very funny. Since we're starting late, I'm going to go and try to breeze through stuff. Hello, welcome. If you're watching us live, thank you for being here. I'm going to talk about what we've got going on the channel this week, which is nothing. I believe the next time we'll be live will be for this game in a week. So that's pretty much it. We have some travel going on later in the week. So unfortunately, just couldn't make it happen next weekend. So we will not be live this coming Saturday. So just enjoy your week, get caught up on all of our shows, and we'll see you back next Monday. Otherwise, big announcement though is that we've got a brand new merch store. If you want to buy some of our lovely GGK merchandise, moving away from the old Stream Elements store, and we're now going through TeePublic. Link is in the chat. Right now, we don't have a ton of stuff. Van threw together a really fun design that you can get on a couple of different things here right now. It says morally gay. I don't know. Is it on the stream right now? Ooh, yeah. Look at
It is
that. Look at
now.
that merch. So
You
if
can
you want
get
to
this bad boy in tie-dye.
if you want some exclusive GGK merchandise and to support our stream, buy it. So, or buy it for someone that you love. Doesn't matter to us. All that matters is that you spend money on us.
And since it is a new design and was just posted, it'll be a little bit on sale for the next 2 days.
Sweet, nice. So yeah, check that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. We're gonna rip through these introductions and get started. So I'm gonna go turn it over to my lovely players to talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight. Starting as always with Van.
Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van But Wilder, wherever you can find people on the internet. I stream here several days a week, and also over on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly on Sunday nights, doing a variety of things, mostly involving Dungeons and or Dragons. But tonight I am playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman, and I'm gonna drop the bit and save it for next time so we don't waste too much time with the intros.
That's me. Christina said, internet, Greek said, here, Mondays, Saturdays, tonight, Yasmera, Kunari, Shadow. Done.
It's like poetry
Wally.
for Neanderthals.
Wally, non-binary slime. Wally132 like the cute little Disney robot. Today I'm playing Garas.
Hey, John Cena, again, glad to be joining you guys. Don't look for me on the internet because I'm way too famous tonight. I'm taking over Ziggy. He's a dwarven guardian. Let's go.
And I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crowd, and I'm mostly just streaming here. Run a couple of games on this channel. You can see them all on our schedule below our faces. And I'm also over on Hack Recklessly on Sundays. We had a lovely one-shot last night. You should check that out when the VOD goes live. But yeah, are y'all ready to get started? Okay. Previously on Red Jenny. The crew found themselves continuing their high stakes poker game at the Sweet Song Brandy Parlor in Val Royeaux. You had entered this game being hosted by Marquis Valmont, one of your group's mortal enemies, and we're doing quite well in it. Actually, kind of dominating. We'll kind of get to the ramifications of that here in a bit, because this game has gotten way out of hand. But in between all of that, we had some intrigue, some drama, some investigating. We had Garas continuing to be a thorn in the side, or to gaslight, gatekeep girl boss Roland Maldonado, fully antagonizing or manipulating this man to punching Marquis Valmont in the face and getting himself kicked out of the brandy parlor. He was taken somewhere else inside. Speaking of which, Venehn did some snooping. Was after confronting Lady Richelieu, or at least kind of sowing the seeds of maybe some potential assassination attempts, or putting her danger at the forefront of her mind. Went sneaking off to find out some more information about what might be going on behind the scenes here. You found that there was a room set up in the back, seemingly for some sort of meeting that might be happening later in the evening, and found a secret passage that Domin, one of the disciples of silence here in attendance, had dragged Mr. Maldonado through, and descended down into this sub-basement, this undercroft to this parlor. More conversations happening upstairs. I think Yasmera confronted Reyes. There was a bit of a tense conversation in before the last round that we saw in the tournament, where Reyes made some.
Reyes confronted me after casting magic at me.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
There was some magical manipulations done, putting Yasmera in a great bit of pain, but she won the last round nonetheless.
Get wrecked, man.
Through a migraine, get wrecked.
Yeah.
That sounds way too real, though.
I think
That's just my life, really. So, but it's fine.
And Ziggy successfully sort of threatened or kind of had an imposing moment with the Marquis Valmont as well, putting a bit of the fear of God in him, or fear of the Maker in him. And yeah, descending, Venehn, kind of where we left off, Venehn had just descended down into this undercroft, found that Roland was being held captive down there by Domin. You heard sounds that there might be more kind of cohort to the Marquis down here as well. And you found, tucked away in one of the many rooms down here, a stash of none other than red lyrium around the corpse of a darkspawn, with its blood being drained down into a basin beneath it. And I think that is where we ended last week. So I'd like to pick up right there and ask Venehn what he plans to do. And actually, I'll go to our suspenseful music for this, because we're in a dark subterranean cavern. You are surrounded by this stone structure. This is like a second level to the space, kind of a big open area. 2 levels of this structure. At the center, there's like a kind of like a grotto or canal here, a waterway that leads out through a gate, probably out into the Val Royeaux sewers. There's like a dock with some crates, other things that might have been unloaded onto it, or planning on being loaded onto this boat that is currently here. And yeah, you hear muffled conversation above you, and you know that Roland and Domin are just around the corner.
Is there anyone else down here? Or is what I'm hearing all from like the...
That all seems to be up from upstairs.
Okay. I gotta get Domin to go away.
permanently. Sorry.
I'm not 1v1ing this motherfucker. Are you kidding? No way.
Yeah, that's my job.
And we saw how that went last.
Exactly, and that's my job.
I am okay. The door, so the secret door that I came in,
Uh-huh.
is there a way to lock it from this side?
Yeah, so you essentially came through like a set of like old looking double doors. It looks like this structure down here was probably part of some sort of like keep or larger structure that had been torn down, and that the Sweet Song Brandy Parlor and some of the other stuff here had been built over. That secret door is like the last vestiges of the stairwell that kind of would lead up out of here, presumably to the first floor of whatever this building used to be.
Okay.
So at the base of it, the doors that you kind of came through, a bit of old wooden like castle doors.
So old
so-
wooden doors near water, that it wouldn't be super suspicious if maybe they got jammed.
Yeah, you could definitely do that if you wanted to try to
Yeah,
bar it
okay.
closed.
That's what I'm going
But that
to
would be
do.
your only exit out of here that you know of.
That's okay. I just need to buy some time. I can figure the rest of it out later as it's happening, like I usually do.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the canal. Well, so where's the canal go then?
Oh, well, that would be your other exit. So there's a canal that leads to this a heavy metal grate or like a gate of some kind. There's like a winch and some chains. It looks like there's like a mechanism for like lifting this gate so that the boats can pass out into this like sewer system.
Okay, so worst case, I could theoretically go that way.
Yeah.
Does it look like something it would take like a long time to open, or is there like a gate? Is there like a foot traffic gate along the side?
No,
of it?
there's no foot
There's
traffic
not?
gate. It's just the main gate that the boats would pass through. It probably wouldn't take like a long time in the span of like 30 seconds or so, but you imagine it'd be pretty loud.
How close together are the bars? Could I like squeeze through?
Um,
I'm little.
they're about I'd put them maybe a foot across. You might be able to squeeze through.
Okay, that's enough for Venehn to be like, yeah, there's a second exit. All right, I'm gonna leave the doors open, like just a little bit. And then I'm gonna try to hide like across from them somewhere
Okay.
if I can. And what's gonna make noise but not be like a threat? Is there any like loose like stone or anything
Sure. Yeah.
down here? Okay, so I'm gonna take.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like
a
crumbling
hefty-
brick and stone. Like there's plenty of small pieces around.
Okay, so I'm gonna take like a piece that'll make noise if it hits something. I don't want to shoot an
Uh-huh.
arrow because then he's gonna be like, "Fuck, somebody's down here with arrows."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like chuck it at the door, maybe through it, as long as it. kinda
Okay, so you're
gets
trying to make
over
some
there.
noise on the other side of the doors to
So
like
he'll
draw him
go,
out to go
yeah.
investigate. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna have that is easy enough to do.
Doing
I'm
a
gonna have you
hitman?
make a stealth check.
Oh boy, that's
Um,
my favorite one.
It's gonna be contested by Doman's perception.
I've got a 23.
Okay. You crouch behind. There's a lot of like barrels and crates and everything around here. Plenty of stuff for you to hide behind. You kind of duck behind some of it, grab this stone, huck it through the door. It kind of like clips off the edge of it and then clatters into the on the stone staircases with like a heavy like. There is a moment of silence. It cuts through. You still hear the conversation upstairs. It seems like what's happening upstairs is pretty loud. Like they seem pretty rambunctious. Like not like a full like party, but they're chatting and
Well,
laughing.
this was also
and
like in like the door to this was also like in that conference room, right? So like
yeah.
it's like
So
a
that
room
stair.
away.
Yeah. Well, so you're hearing like the people on the second floor, presumably the people that work, like probably the brigands that maybe work for Valmont or somebody who's like,
I see.
they're up in a chamber like on the second level.
Okay.
But that doesn't seem to stop. That seems to continue. But you do, after a moment, hear heavy footsteps coming from down the corridor where Doman and Maldonado were. And you hear those footsteps towards the stair, or towards the door. Kind of creaks a little bit as he pulls it open. And assume you're kind of watching. You see like the kind of brutish, kind of hulking form of Doman kind of push into it to investigate.
Does he go all the way through?
Yeah, he goes through the doors to check out the source of
Yeah,
the noise.
I'm gonna creep over and carefully shut, and then I'm gonna bar it from this side.
Okay, you're gonna shut and bar the door behind him. Okay.
Mhm.
You
This is
close
so
the door.
Stupid.
You close the door, and yeah, there's like kind of I'd say like kind of leaning to the side is or probably kind of on a hinge is a big like wooden like 2x4 that kind of slides down into place. You just makes a pretty heavy noise, and as soon as you do, from the other side, you feel like there's a like somebody like pushing at the door to try to get it back open.
Shouldn't have left the door ajar. And the ticking clock starts. I'm gonna go for Maldonado.
Okay. You quickly scamper over to Maldonado. The way we're gonna do this, I am just gonna roll like at beats here. I'm gonna roll a d6, and if it's a 6, then somebody upstairs hears. That's the way I'm gonna adjudicate it. And
Okay.
so like something might happen, but like no one's pounding at the door. You hear like noise. So like it's not that they're gonna notice you, but they might notice that somebody's trying to get inside.
Yeah.
So you scamper over into the room. You see Roland currently like one hand in manacles, sitting on the floor, and as you rush in, looks up in your direction with surprise, and says, "Who are you?"
Hopefully, a friend. Tell me what deal you made with the Marquis, and I'll set you free.
You don't work for him.
No, limited time offer. Kind of points to like. Tell me everything now.
He looks conflicted in this moment. Like he kind of stares and says, I can't, I shouldn't say anything else.
Okay, then I will leave you here, and Dolman will slit your throat. No, Dolman will separate your head from your body with his hands.
Accurate.
Go ahead. This will not be a high target number, but I'm going to have you make a communication. You do like a strength intimidation. You could do a communication persuasion.
I'll do persuasion.
Okay.
$16?
That's plenty. He weighs his options. You have a very compelling argument here. And he goes, "Fine. Get me out. I'll tell you everything I know." We don't have much time.
Thinks for 1 second. There's nowhere for him to go. I'll try to pop open the...
Okay.
manacles.
Make a lockpicking check.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and roll our first d6 here. Oh, I rolled 66. That's not what I wanted
That's
to roll.
too many.
It's too many. That's a 2.
14. If I fail, I get to re-roll it.
You got a 14?
Yeah.
Not quite enough. You're working on the lot. Go and
Because
roll one
I'm
more
rogue,
time.
we get to re-roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way better. 20.
20. You make quick work of this. It's the hardest part about this is this lock is pretty old and like rusted. Like it's not that it's a complicated lock. It's just managed to kind of like force it open. After a bit, it comes loose, falls off his wrist. He goes, "How do we get out?"
Probably through the water. Tell me what you know.
Can we get out of here, please?
You're going to get out of here. I still have business.
Right.
Walk and talk. I'm gonna walk over towards the gate where the water is. See if there's a way I can let him out.
Okay. Yeah, you start like the two of you crouch and begin moving that direction towards the edge of the water. I mean, yeah, it's really just like there's a gap here. He's gonna have to swim through it, but it looks he's gonna have to squeeze probably to get through it. But he can fit through it. Like
Don't
you're not,
drown,
like, it's gonna
motherfucker.
and he looks at it and looks back at you. He says, "Is this you're gonna make?" Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do anything. I did my part.
There's a the Marquis had a business offering. He's been financing me for some time now. As with I assume most of the people up there. He was proposing some sort of alliance, a partnership, some kind of syndicate that we'd all be a part of and get a cut of some sort of bigger play he was planning on making.
What big play?
I don't know all the details, but he's been. There were shipping arrangements from all over. He wanted. I've been transporting crates to back home.
Where is back home?
For Eldon.
Crates of what?
Some sort of gem, sort of new
Red?
kind of lyrium. Yeah.
Do you know anything about Darkspawn?
I know, not intimately.
Okay. Who else is a part of this syndicate?
I don't know exactly who's going to agree. This was a proposal, and none of us had agreed to it yet. We've just been working with him, but it seems like there was some sort of larger, more ambitious plan that he had at hand that he was going to be proposing us on.
Is that why
I
he
know.
threw the tournament?
Sort of a yeah. The tournament doesn't matter. It was just a reason to get us all together without drawing too much attention.
What do you know about Reyes?
Lord Hanover?
Yes.
I don't know him personally. He was invited here. I assume he was invited by Valmont. I don't know about his dealings. I've never heard of him before.
Okay. Do you have anything of the Marquis' invitation, letter, handkerchief, something that can prove somebody was here?
I have my he like reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a copy of his invitation. But you see, he hands it over to you. It says that's all I have on hand. And you look down at it and you see his invitation. It's a lot like the design, everything, like the gilding on it, very similar. You open it up. And it doesn't have like outside has the dates and stuff, and like inside where there'd be like a personal message or something. There's no message. Instead, there is just some sort of drawing, or maybe even like a stamp, a seal of image of an eye with a dagger through it. You've seen this before.
Yeah. Okay. Tuck that away. Get out of here. Sober up. Don't go home.
I'm planning on getting out of town as quickly as I can.
Good. If you think of anything else, come to the Red Jenny. I can meet you there before you leave town.
All right.
And if I don't see you before sunrise, I'll assume you either made it out or you'll be
Sort
fine.
of blanches. He blanches at that a bit, and just nods furiously, and then kind of comes out of a bit and says, "Who are you?"
I go by many names. Lately, it's been the left hand of Fenharel.
Yeah.
I'm
If you
sorry,
need a
I'm still imagining John Cena making these noises
it
in
makes me
response to
happy.
our stream.
If you need a friend, ask around for me. At least at the alienage, they know who I am.
Yeah, you can see like he's not from Orlais. Like that doesn't necessarily like. I mean, the title itself is scary enough. It doesn't necessarily maybe know like the association with it, or maybe not direct. Maybe he's heard something, but he just gives a nod. I'm gonna go ahead and make another d6 roll here. It's another 2. He looks to the water. It says, "All right." He like pulls off his jacket.
Take your shoes
and,
off, you swim better with them.
Yeah, he jacket, shoes, and just like takes a deep breath and just like wades down. Oh, it's cold. And moves to the gate and kind of starts to wedge himself through it.
Good luck, Maldonado. Don't die, this would be a waste of my time.
And he swims off into the darkness.
Okay.
In the language of Venehn, that means that he liked him.
I don't mind him. Okay.
There's still the pounding at the door. You're not sure how much time you have before someone upstairs notices.
I'm going. I got. How much red lyrium is in that room?
Oh, a lot.
Like a fuck ton?
A lot.
Shit.
And I will also mention, as you're like, he swims away, and as you're kind of like standing here at the edge of the canal, from the crates next to you, you also begin to hear kind of that, like that whispering, and you look over.
This place is just like full of this stuff.
And you see like there are just crates and crates full of it.
God, I wish I had a camera. That would be so cool right now.
And for perspective, too, the amount of red lyrium that was in the Templars amulets was what, like the size of a thumb drive or something?
Yeah, like a small
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, like a single crystal. All right.
Yeah, this is an enormous amount.
This is also stupid. And I'm going to do it anyway. Because I know a lot about red lyrium. But in game, I don't think we do.
I think we went over it at the palace. Just
Talked about it.
We
know
know
the
don't touch it
basics.
with our hands.
Yeah, but I want to be able to. I want somebody smarter than me to be able to fuck with it. Is the thing. Yeah, this is stupid. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna pull out my handkerchief and try to find a little broken shard or something in that room and scoop it up.
Okay. Are you just pocketing it?
I'm gonna wrap it up
Uh-huh.
and then yeah.
All right.
I'm not touching it with my skin, but
you can you take a piece from this from this horde here. You can feel the heat of it emanating from the crystal in your hand, even through the cloth, as you tuck it in to your pocket.
Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna roll another d6. That's a 6.
Awesome.
You begin to hear the game, like upstairs. You just hear, you'll hear that. And like there's like there's like like people getting quiet upstairs as you hear just like pounding the door, goosh, 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 goosh. And then
Is
you
he
hear some
okay? Is he just knocking, or is he like fully trying to shove the doors open?
he's like usually like with these, it would take more than a single person, no matter how strong they are, to break through these doors. He's trying to break them open, but there's just not much he can do. As you hear the sounds of some people beginning to come down the stairs, like from across. Luckily, they're on the opposite side from like this canal as you. Like you have a bit of time if you want to go like stash away somewhere. But
Yeah, I'm debating whether to wait it out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wait it out. I'm in the room with the dark spawn on the ceiling. Can I? My instinct is to hide behind the door where no one ever looks.
You just want to chill in here.
Yeah, because once they realize Maldonado's gone, they're gonna be worried more about that, and nothing in here looks out of place. Because I haven't fucked with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I get like the crates that are around? Can I like sort of like behind one? Like, okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
None of those are words, but I think you know what I meant.
Yeah, you're in the room with the red lyrium, or you went back outside like near the edge of the water and you're hiding between some crates out there.
I just think they're gonna look for him out there. I'm gonna stay in the room with the dark spawn.
Okay. All right. A few moments later, you hear the sound of the gate opening. You hear Doman shouting at some of the guards out there as he
I'm just hoping
moves
they'll
off.
think he like slipped the old manacle and got away.
Yeah, he heads back towards the room. You hear commotion heading that way. Shortly after that, you hear shouting. Just don't say, "Find out. He can't have gotten far." And you hear people begin to search around. We're gonna cut back to that, or cut away from that, and we're gonna head back upstairs.
We've got it in them walkie-talkies.
For real, though.
That
Feels
low magic, dark magic campaign,
Yeah.
dark fantasy, man.
No, it's so much more exciting this way.
You had a
It'll be
mage
fine.
who could cast sending, and
Oops, but then they had
Oh,
to make a
we had
magic check
one.
to look
Yeah.
at
You
well,
say
yeah, John Cena. I'm just joining the game for the first time
you
tonight.
say we had one as if it was our fault that he was lost.
yeah.
I didn't say that. Goodness.
Mm.
Upstairs, the semifinal round of the tournament has ended. Yasmera is a huge pile of chips. The people begin to kind of move around the room and kind of head back to like socializing during their break here. I'd like to ask what y'all are doing.
Something to attempt to counteract whatever this stupid magic is.
Take some magical Excedrin.
I will say, because I
Yes.
think you went back, I think where we ended, like you had gone back to the bathroom and Ziggy was with you
Yes.
while you were like trying to like recover from this. After a few moments, it seems to fade as you are no longer
thank
in direct
God.
proximity with Reyes.
It's gonna do some like fucking poison lure shit or something. Okay, cool.
Yeah, as far as I will make a just so we can, you can understand, the Yasmera can understand what was going on or what happened there. Let's do a cunning arcane lore.
That's definitely one of the ones I don't have, but I just have lore in general.
No, this would be specifically arcane.
No, I have a little tricksy something about lore checks.
Oh,
I'll
gotcha,
just
gotcha.
roll when I'll check it while I roll. Okay. 12 plus. It's an 18. And what's my fun little lore thing? Da, da, da. When you make a, well, I have to succeed on the test first. But with a lore, GM should give you an extra little bit of information. So GM determines the additional bit of information. It may or may not be pertinent.
Interesting. Okay.
It's an 18.
Yeah.
I love that stipulation. It's like, yeah, you get extra shit.
You get extra
Yeah,
shit.
right.
It might
Real?
not
Who knows?
matter.
It may not matter in any way, but you get some.
Look, we're creative enough. We'll make it matter.
Look, that's literally just like you are a trivia bitch. That's all that talent is.
Yeah, so I will tell you is with the check that you made, it was definitely magic. That you would know the difference if it was some sort of poison or something like that. Specifically, I think you have reason to believe, based on your studies and just how much the Kunari in general are against it and hate the stuff. Definitely blood magic. The effects of which the spell on you, you know, some of this may be picked up through context, others maybe just your understanding is like it's probably a lower, like, it's like that what was cast on you is essentially like baby's first blood magic spell. Like it's this is like the low, like kind of like it's a very minor form of blood magic, so you know, not something
Blood
that you would-
magic cantrip.
yeah, essentially like a very low difficulty amount. You don't imagine it would take much effort on behalf of somebody who was studied in the ways, or you know, a practitioner of blood magic to be able to do something like this, but definitely enough to fuck with you in that specific moment in this context.
Is
But
this
it's,
something that I might have seen Ray use when we were palling around back in the day, or is this new to Ziggy?
I will say this is new. You never knew. If a lot of things are like okay with the Grey Wardens, blood magic not necessarily one of them. Like for them it's like, you know, do whatever you need to do to kill Darkspawn, but if they had a blood mage in their mix, that would make things complicated. Like diplomatically, that wouldn't be something they'd be kosher with.
Well,
Yep.
relay that to Ziggy at the very least.
He's what? Are you all right?
I just had a lovely bit of blood magic cast on me. It's kind of like a very, very bad hangover all at once.
Blood magic? Are you sure?
Oh, yes.
Ray used to throw around some hexes. Are you positive it's not that?
I'm positive.
Damn. You're okay?
Yeah. Great.
Your next round's coming up soon. But I think things are starting to come off to a head. Venon's not back yet. Did Garas go off after
No, Garrus is up there with y'all right now. Garrus
Okay.
is just in the main room.
Like the only thing Garrus did was that he just observed Dolman and where he dragged Homeboy off to.
Yeah.
Is the only thing he paid
Okay.
attention to.
All right, Yasmera, things are starting to come off to a head. Venon's not back yet. I feel like I need to talk to Ray, but as I was warned early on not to get too hot-headed about this, I'm leaving it in your hands. And mind you, I'm not going to provoke anything with him. If anything, I'll just sit and distract him. Maybe learn something while I'm there. But it's up to you.
To Faith. Do what you feel needs to be done. I'm going to make this last round as efficient as possible. Let's get this done. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Agreed. Stone's luck to you, girl. Not that I think you need it.
Well, take as much of it as I can get. Don't tell anyone, though. Powders her nose. Fixes her hair. Walks back out with her aviators on. Stone cold.
I'll say while that is happening, Garas, because you're the only one out in the main room. Around that time, like conversations are going on, things seem to be pretty much normal. Coming back out of the kitchens and moving with purpose across the room, you see Doman.
Okay. Garas spots Dope. Does it look like he's trying to go in the direction of Valmont?
Yeah, he's heading straight towards Marquis Valmont.
Okay. He watches Dolman like making this beeline to Valmont, and Garas is like, okay, did not expect this part of my plan to come to fruition now, but let's go with it. And he will like make his way to intercept Dolman and just like trip and fall and try to like crash right into him completely.
Okay. To what end?
Pretty much just not to like kind of like collide with him, but like what he's doing is he's trying to actually like just grab him and shove him into a hallway outside of this room. But he's trying to make it look like I just tripped and fall, but he's trying to purposely shove him out of the room and into the hallway.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna make this an opposed strength might check.
Dope. Should have brought up my dice now.
I'll just go and let you know he rolled a 20.
21.
Nice. Okay. You kind of trip, shove, push him forward, and like you catch him enough by surprise that he kind of staggers back, and you push like the two of you kind of into this alcove, kind of away from like the main room a little bit. Like, you know, you don't get him, you don't push him like completely like out the door. You're still within probably earshot if y'all start like shouting or anything, but he's kind of at least isolated from like visual sense here.
As soon as he gets into the hallway, Garas like looks behind him. If there's like a kind of like a separation, like a door or like a curtain, he like closes it behind him, kind of thing. If there is one, or any kind of like separation thing from like the doorway to the room that they're in.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like pull the curtain behind you closed, and Doman kind of recovers himself, wheels back around on you, and says, "Move out of my way, friend."
Oh no, man. Let me tell you this. One, I am not moving out of the way. And two, I am no friend. As he like lifts up the mask just a bit, to smirk at Dolman and lowers it back down.
You see the recognition on his face, and then sort of it's not really the type, I'd say like almost like a wry grin as he does, and he says, "So you survived. Good."
Yeah, I did. Didn't expect to see you here. Specifically working with a piece of trash like that guy. You guys just take handouts from anyone, huh?
Am I supposed to argue with you on this?
Oh, no. This is not a thing of arguing or anything. I'm just curious to why the fuck you working with him? I thought you guys were above working with the scum of the nobility like this.
I'm gonna go ahead because you're trying to antagonize him to maybe giving up some
Mhm.
information. It's kind of
Yeah, I'm just trying to antagonize him and pretty much just waste his time in this room to keep him out of that main room so he can pretty much squeal to Valmont and Reyes.
Okay.
If I gotta go to blows, then I will go to blows.
Interesting. Okay. Let's do a communication deception.
Okay.
And he'll contest with willpower.
That is an
That
18, and I got a 3 stunt. If that means anything?
Yeah. Role-playing stunts. You could do with 3.
Flirt. No, that's 4.
I don't have enough to flirt.
Yeah, there's just stun silence, sway the crowd, and another thing, and bon mot.
There really needs to be an ability or a talent somewhere that makes flirt cheaper. Why put it in the game and then make it cost 4 and you can't reduce it?
Yeah, why are you putting flirt
Yeah.
behind a paywall, you cowards?
Yeah, really. I am going to yeah, I'm gonna do a stun silence
Okay.
to like pretty much waste more time is what I'm trying to go for here.
Okay. So outside of this, outside of combat, this lasts at the very least long enough for your character to begin to do something else. You see him kind of
Make his pocket.
you see him kind of like grit his teeth as like you can see like he wants to say something, but he's also like not easily manipulatable enough for him to just like spill the beans and like, here's my master plan right now. But he like you have caught his attention enough in this moment and antagonized him enough that the immediate pressure of him going to just talk with Valmont has passed.
Oh, there it is, that stunned silence. Yeah, I know you're a very quiet person, Dolman. You're the type of person who likes to think before they make an action. But this kind of silence, oh yes. This is the silence that I love, because this is the silence that the person I've said something to knows that I am right. But you know what, Dolman? I am going to let you continue doing what you're doing and everything. But one thing I remembered I was supposed to say one more thing the next time I saw you. And he gets up really close to him and says, Ziggy says he's really disappointed in you.
He blinks at that one. You can see like you mentioning Ziggy kind of like hits him in a place that he wasn't really expecting at that moment to come up, name to come up, and he.
Hey, dude, that I have work beef with, your 7th grade science teacher who you
Yeah.
idolize says you're a bitch. What?
And how do I know who that is? I'm never going to tell you.
I'm never going to tell you, motherfucker. You'll never know.
That was amazing.
He, in a very quiet voice, says, Captain will understand in due time.
See, so you think he'll understand in due time what you did to me too, huh?
I helped you.
Helped me? No, you didn't help me one bit. I would say that you maybe gave me a little shove, maybe opened my eyes a bit. I wouldn't say that you helped me, but I will say what you did do. You gave me a reason to go through all of that and survive. Because what I wanted to do, I wanted to see the look on your face when you find out the thing that you made is now gunning after you right now. That's right. You made a monster. Now it's time for you to take responsibility for it. And this is a monster that has a chip on their shoulder against you and the guy you're working with. So, I'm going to make this short and sweet. We can waste time, draw things out. You can go to Valmont, cause a little bit of ruckus, say things are going sideways, or we can start this shit right now and end this.
Then what are you waiting for?
Ring, ring. And he throws a punch right at his jaw.
Okay. Rather than go fully into initiative right now, because neither one of you are like fully armed at this point. Let's just do a check. We'll just resolve it with a check and see like how this throwdown goes. All right. So you're punching, so that's gonna be a brawling check.
Okay. I think that's brawling strength.
No, brawling is dexterity.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I don't have any focus in brawling, which means I just roll straight dex. That is a 22.
All right. You throw this punch in square into Doman's face. As he staggers backwards, he lets out a roar and just barrels into you. As the two of you go toppling out, the curtain rips behind you as you go spilling out into the main room. Everyone in the room, like, there's screams and shouting and dishes breaking as he punches back. The two of you just trading blows until you have like gotten the upper hand and are just like raining punches down on his face. Again, very sturdy man, but you've caught him off guard enough here that like you are just wailing into him.
I am 100% fighting dirty too. I am not fighting fair at all.
Yeah. As this disruption happens, everyone kind of flees, like there's a circle given around you. The attendants and guards around the room move in to begin to like separate the two of you as they kind of like pulling you apart. You feel hands on your shoulders as you're trying to punch, like trying to stop you and like moving you away.
As the guards are pulling me away from Dome, I'm like, I can't believe you'll say that shit about me and my family like that. Just because you're working with Valmont doesn't mean you get the right to say that kind of shit to my face. And he like spits at Delbon from as they're being dragged away, he spits into his face and like just adding into this whole like I'm a pissed off nobility kind of thing.
Okay. As you're pulled away and Doe is pulled up, like wiping the blood from his face, you Go ahead and do a communication deception.
Fours. So that's a 20. So I got
Okay.
4 stun points.
There's some like whispers around the room, and things begin to like. Some people are, they don't know Doman, they don't know you, and there's like these allegations being thrown, and like a whole panic is here. Like everything is kind of devolved to a point, especially amongst these like upper crust. I'll say Yasmera and Ziggy, the two of you, are coming out of the hallway around the time this is happening. This huge commotion happening. You can see Garas at the center of it. As
I would
the,
like to, I would like to use it to stun sway the crowd. So my interpersonal efforts are so effective they spill over to the others in the area, and I affect one additional person of your choice past the original target. And the other one is and another thing to weave a second thread of conversation to the primary interaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's your target, and what's your
Um,
other, and what do you say?
I glance around at Is my boy there?
Roland?
No. Oh fuck, what's his name? Drunk Noble.
Fontaine.
Fontaine there?
Fontaine.
Is my
Yeah,
boy Fontaine
Dufontaine's at the bar. He's still just sitting at the
man.
bar, drinking and watching this. As everyone else has like spilled away, he just turned around and says, "My word, what's happening?"
And I yell, and it's for the another thing. It's like, and that's right. I even heard the rumors. You think I don't know about the rumors about what Valmont did at the Winter Palace? Oh no, I have not forgotten this. He's dragged out of the room, just yelling this commotion up.
Yeah, I also, you're not trying to like fully out of the room. You're kind of taken off to the side as the attendants are like, pushing you away, and Doman is pulled away too. And yeah, you see Fontaine kind of like cocks his head at that and looks back at you and looks over at Doman. You can see clearly trying, very drunk, but trying to like process the words you're saying. As this whole thing has just like escalated and devolved at this point, Valmont moves to the kind of like take the forefront here and says, all right. Seems that one too many drinks might have been had this evening, and things are getting a bit out of hand. It looks over to like Doman and Ray. Like you see a glance over to Reyes, who Reyes seems very irritated by all of this, and you see is like quickly kind of like crossing the room over towards Doman.
Yasmera has a glass of wine and is just watching.
As the crowd kind of falls silent, and Valmont sighs, looks around, says, well, given our tournament has not concluded, it seems that this may have soured the festivities tonight, and I don't wish it to be that way. Instead, well, I'll be the first to admit my pride does not keep me from admitting when I have been bested. Perhaps it's best at this point if I retire for the evening to
Oh, hell no.
handle these events. And I'll admit, I have no chance against such a formidable opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, our victor for the evening, representative of the Red Jenny, Ms. Yasmera, begins to applaud, and everyone else in the room kind of applauds too.
A moment, my lord.
He turns towards you and says, yes.
As much as I appreciate the opinion of such an esteemed opponent, I play to win. Now, I would assume that everyone here still wishes to see a final rousing game.
Here,
Do they
here.
not?
Finish the match. Finish the match.
He looks a bit taken aback by that, and says, I'm afraid I would stand no chance in that endeavor. It seems a poor way to end the evening in such an anticlimactic note.
I believe we would say that you are your own worst critic, sir. Please, by all means, let us finish the game we have started.
I'm gonna go ahead and have Yasmera make a communication persuasion check.
Okay.
Contested by Valmont's communication persuasion.
Oh boy!
Boy. Okay.
Has Reyes stood up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reyes is like has moved over to Doman and is clearly like giving him a dressing down. Like is is very irritated by Doman's.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I got 20, and I did get 4 stump points. I'm gonna flirt.
Oh!
Interesting. Okay. So Valmont also got a 20.
Oh, damn.
Look at the flirt. Are you flirting with Valmont?
Yes. Uh.
Okay. What does Yasmera do?
I think I'm sure it might be back and forth, but I'm sure some of the crowd is clapping and cheering. So she'll sort of come over, put a hand on his arm, and say, "And of course you wouldn't elude my company for the remainder of the evening, would you, Maki?"
All right, make your communication seduction roll.
I don't have it, so we're just doing communication. Ugh.
Yeah, you nasty.
Ugh. Hey, you know what? We do what we have to for the mission. Ugh. Ugh.
He probably smells like spoiled milk and mayonnaise.
He can't be worse than Magister Tomas.
No,
Just
he
saying.
can't be.
Fair.
Hold him in
Cannot
your
be.
mind. Hold him in your heart.
Ugh.
It'll make this palatable.
Ugh. Okay. Ugh. 13 plus 4 is a 17, and I stunted again. I don't know if I can use that.
You can't stun on a
Okay.
on a stunt. Okay, so let me ask: is Yasmira's goal here in continuing the tournament to buy time? Is that your end goal here?
Yes, I don't want him going down and doing stuff down there, so I want to hold him here for the game.
Interesting. Okay. Trying to decide how he responds here.
I mean, he literally just said, "I'm not one to let my pride get in the way." Lose in front of your friends. Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
He smiles and says, "Very well, then. One more round and a drink afterwards. In good celebration of your inevitable victory."
I accept.
All right. We're not going to do our typical break, like break actions. I mean, you literally can't lose this round, so we're not going to play it out
Okay.
here because it'd just be a bunch of rolls for no reason.
I want to
So
give credit to Val and say they worked really hard on this game, and they tried to make it really hard for us.
I've already thought about 4 ways I do it differently for next
And we
time.
absolutely blasted him.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's a really good game.
It's a
It
really good
is.
game.
It is.
And there's
yeah.
a reason that we picked Yaz to be the one to play because she just happened to have all of the, you
Yeah.
know.
Yaz was a secret poker savant. That's pretty much what it is.
And
The
I'm
real
gonna
moral
say
of the
yeah,
story-
it's a secret Pokemon.
Secret
It's the
Pokemon.
yeah.
Well, the real moral of the story that I'll
Gotta
tell
catch
for
'em
everyone out
all.
there is don't run this game past level like 8. Because at that point it gets so fucking broken that there's literally no way to stop. I am having to do things so far outside of what the game tells you to do just to keep this on the rails. So I will just leave that out there. It's a fun game. It just is not balanced past a certain level. All right. So you are six. So we will say that the next round of the game begins, which will give Venehn, Garas, and Ziggy an opportunity to do something in the meantime before
Yes.
whatever happens this evening is going to happen. So, so Garas and Ziggy, the two of you are I think in the best position to do something at this moment. Before I go back to see what Venehn is up to. What do you do?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go up to Garas.
Yeah.
That was a bold move, and it's about to get real hot. What's your
Uh,
intentions, Warden?
My intention was to really piss off Doman to avoid whatever the fuck he was gonna say to Valmont.
Well, I think you accomplished that. What's your next goal?
My next goal, well, one, they now know that we're here.
Yep.
2, we got to find Venehn.
You find Venehn. I'll keep them distracted.
Okay. Just to give you a heads up, I may have mentioned that you were disappointed in him as part of a way to, instigate a fight. So,
Well, you weren't wrong.
because it now thinking back on it, this is like the equivalent of saying, "Oh, hey, your cool uncle that you met during summer camp is disappointed in you." So I wasn't certain if really that was much of a thing, but it kind of really hit him hard. So work with that.
Yeah, I think I can.
He pats Ziggy on the shoulder and he will try to slink off to go to the room where Venn went off to.
Okay. Ziggy, what are you gonna do?
So you said that Reyes and Doman are Reyes is dressing down Doman. Where
Yeah,
are they? Like, have they moved to like the edge of the room or something
Yeah.
like that? I don't want to let them leave the room, but if they're like away from the center crowd to be a little bit less conspicuous, I think if I think I have time, I would like to grab a tray of drinks from a passing server and carry those with one hand and approach them and take my helmet off with my other hand and just sort of drop it on the ground next to me and say, "Hey, Sunshine, little tyke, you two got a minute to talk?"
Yeah, as soon as that happens, both of their attention drawn towards you. Doman looks is like an outward look of kind of like shock in that moment as he sees you. And Reyes the same way but just to a more like subtle extent, like you see eyebrows raise, not expecting this move if you were in fact here. And Reyes says,
"I brought drinks."
says, "Always time for you, Captain. I wasn't
Oh,
expecting to see you here."
that's the two of us. I'm not here. for you. It's a little side business. I'm sure you saw me in the company of our lovely Canary over there. I'm sure you're familiar with her. It's serendipitous, though, I run into you here. Please, I know it's a little excited in the air right now. Maybe we could sit down and just chat, catch up. And he puts his hands up in kind of a disarming posture. Or I guess one hand, he's still holding the tray.
Yeah. Reyes considers this for a moment, looks back and sees that the game is still going, and gives a nod and says, I don't expect this conversation will lead anywhere, but...
Why does it have to lead anywhere, Ray? I fucking miss you. It's been 5 years. Okay. I said I'm not here on business, but not you. I just want to catch up.
You say you're not here on business.
Well, not business, not orders.
You're not here under orders.
No.
Fine. Let's talk.
And I think we find like a little table and some sofas or chairs or whatever to sit down in.
And the three of you sit. Before we go to break, I do want to know, Venehn, since Garas is heading downstairs, are you staying down there, or were you gonna try to sneak back up?
Oh no, I was just waiting for the right moment to go back up
Okay.
and leave.
I will just have you make a stealth check.
Okay. $24
24.
with 5 stone points.
It's more than enough.
I do a flip.
You do
Wait,
a flip.
no. I do 5 flips.
Do a bunch of
It's
us
one
going
stun
up the
point
stairs.
just to do a flip. No benefits, mechanically speaking, but you can spend 1 stun point just to do a
It
flip.
looks
You do
No,
5.
but
really cool.
Emotionally, I feel great right now.
Yeah, you wait for a time. Everyone has fanned out to search around this these caverns here, looking for Roland. You use an opportunity where no one is near the door to sneak out the door that you probably heard Doman go up through a little while ago, and head back up the steps, and you push open the secret entrance just in time to be confronted face to face with Garas as you close it behind you.
Hi.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Fine.
Oh, so just wanted to check on you, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. We need to leave.
Okay. Oh no, we definitely need to leave. Yeah.
Are they still playing?
Yeah, they're still playing.
Do you want to snoop around the office some more?
Oh, big time I do. I want to see if I can get anything on this bastard.
Okay. I think I got some stuff, but like a second look is good.
Oh, okay, well, if anything, they know that I'm here. I, fist spotted Doman in the hallway earlier.
Why?
Because he was about to
Why?
squeal to Velmont for some reason, so I wanted to distract him. I figured, hey, this will be the best distraction ever.
Okay. We snoop for like a minute. I'll cover for you and say you're in the bathroom, but then we need to leave.
Right, okay. I will do the quick snooping. After we do that, go find Ziggy, and then we need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
And I go snooping.
All right. The same office that Venehn was at before. I think you pretty thoroughly turned over the place.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Just while he's back here, just for fun.
I just want like I'm certain Venehn like turned the place over. I just want to find anything that is just fun that I can fuck over Valmont with.
Okay. Let's do we'll do one more roll before we go to break. Do a perception searching.
Yeah. That's a 13.
13. Yeah, because your roll last time, Ben, I think was like a 17.
I got all the letters out of his desk.
You did.
Out of the secret drawer.
Yeah, so you kind of turn over the place, looking around a bit more, but you don't find anything additional that Venehn didn't find.
I look. Is this like his personal office kind of situation?
This would be like the manager's office. So like he uses it as he's the owner of the place, but it's not like exclusively his office.
I mess with his chair.
Okay.
I just
like-
mess with his chair, just like so.
Take
When
a
next time
dump-
he says,
That's the best you got. Take a
adjust the
dump in a
height.
drawer or something.
yeah, because I just want to fuck with this room so bad.
No,
that
you
Garas
adjust everything by 2 inches to the left.
Yes, that's what Garas does. He meticulously
Everything on the desk.
over by
2
Shitting
inches
in a
to the
drawer
left.
gets them once. Moving everything 2 inches to the left gets them for the rest of their life.
Yeah, that's what Garas does. He just spends his
Right.
time moving everything over by an inch. Yeah,
They'll never think anything
but
is
it's like
right ever
some
again.
stuff is in 1 inch going in one direction, and some stuff is in another inch going in the other direction. So it's really throwing him off.
Perfect. All right. And with a prank in the middle of our intrigue, we're gonna go
Who
ahead
are
and
you
take
talking
our
to?
Yeah, that's fair.
What's us?
We're gonna go take our break here, and we'll come back, see if we can pan back to the conversation with Ziggy and the other wardens, conclude our game, and then see what y'all want to do next. So thanks everyone out there for watching. We will be back in a few minutes to continue our session. We recommend that you do as we do, go stretch, drink some water, have a snack, whatever you need to do. But we will be back here very soon. And until then, stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out. So we took our break. We are going to jump back in. So, the last round of the tournament concluding. We've got Garas and Venehn back. I think the best place for us to start is probably just going to be this conversation with Ziggy and his children. All right, Ziggy, you're sitting at a table with Doman and Reyes. I'd say there's probably like I'd say Reyes is probably the chattiest out of the three of you, but even still, probably a little bit of a uncomfortable silence between a little bit of tension between the three of you as you sit down, each with a glass in front of you.
I think Ziggy's prepared for that and
Yeah.
and is ready to break that awkwardness pretty quickly. I think he'll look at Doman and be like, Stone's blood, Tyke. You keep getting bigger. What are you now? 28? 27?
Been following the training that you set for me.
Oh,
Haven't missed a day.
I can tell. I'm gonna have to come up with another nickname for you. I'm gonna look over at Reyes and be like, and you? We're getting old, sunshine.
You're no spring chicken yourself.
No, I'm certainly not.
Surprised they're still letting you out. Figured they'd put you in the Grey Warden retirement home.
Oh, retirement. You, please. You know there's no retirement for us. Which I am curious about what you've been up to for the last few years, but first I gotta ask, is Breel okay?
She's recovering. I hear that's thanks to you. Strange that you would save her, considering your choice in companionship.
Don't get it confused, Ray. You're my best friend. We raised these kids. They joined us. You're my family. But the Red Jenny, why wouldn't I get involved? Come on, they're the hottest new thing all the way from Valrio to Hosberg.
I've certainly noticed that. They keep getting in the way.
Yeah, that happens when you're making big moves in the world. And you are, from what I hear. So, help me understand this, Ray. What's this whole Disciples of Silence thing? I want to understand. I mean, we got separated in a battle half a decade ago. I thought you all had died. Fuck, Ray, I mourned you. And then I hear you've shacked up with Darkspawn, essentially. Seems a little out of character for you.
What can I say, Ziggy? The world's a bigger place than we were taught. It's not as simple as us versus them. I tried to explain this to your new friends. They wouldn't listen.
Well, they're a stubborn lot. I'm listening.
I don't know what more to tell you. This war, you're going to lose eventually. Maybe not this blight, or the next one. Maybe not even the one after that, but eventually, the peoples of Thetis will lose.
Well,
you see these people around here. You've seen how they've responded to this most recent blight. Do they seem unified to you?
No, Ray, they don't. And you think you're going to unify them?
I'm thinking I have the only means of doing so. In 1,000 years of our history, nothing has happened to that would bring the peoples of this continent together. Wars, marches, the eradication of some people's entire way of life. We're no better than the Darkspawn. We just wear nicer clothes.
Well, I don't know about you. It's been a few years since I've seen you, but I don't usually spend my Saturday nights eating people.
No. Suppose you don't. But there's a simplicity to the way they work. And it doesn't have to be that way. The architect can free them from that hunger. It has freed them from that hunger.
What do you mean?
The problem is how we've approached the Blight. It eradicates humanity, it eradicates free will of thought, of choice.
Call. I know.
The architect freed us from this call, shielded us from it. The Darkspawn that have been released from its compulsion, serve the architect willingly.
I'm glad to see, Ray, that in the years of our separation, your sunny disposition hasn't changed. But I see something that has changed. You did not like taking orders. Being a servant was never something that the Ray I knew would have done. Do you remember your joining? You were so eager. That was the most excited I have ever seen you. Was a chance to get away from the circle. Did you trade one chains for another, Ray?
Looks at Doman, who doesn't really have much to add to intellectually to this conversation, and then looks back to you and says, "It was foolish of me to think you'd understand."
I am still trying, man. It's a conversation.
I'm not
You
bound to the architect. The architect freed me, freed all of us. But we do not serve them in the way you think.
You do
We're
believe it,
seeking-
don't you?
The architect is an example that we seek to emulate.
All right. I can understand that at least. What is this architect?
Difficult to say. I've studied what I can. Some sort of darkspawn, one of the ancient magisters, who knows?
One of the ancient magisters, the ones, the Chantry, the humans, they talk about invading the Fade and turning the Golden City black and all that.
Don't talk to me about the Chantry, Ziggy. You don't believe in it any more than I do.
No, I don't. I'm just talking stories, man. Hey, Ray, look, I can tell that you're agitated right now. My presence here probably isn't expected, and you got things that you're doing, but this is your chance to talk to me.
I'm not agitated because you're here, Ziggy. That complicates things, and I don't like seeing you on the other side of the battle lines than from me.
I don't either.
How many more years do you think you have left until you hear the calling? If you haven't started to already.
Probably overdue. You think you're gonna save me?
I could. Come with me. Join us. Free yourself from the shackles that the wardens have thrown on you. Seek a better world, one that needn't end with mindless slaughter.
Maybe. There's another question I have to ask you, Ray.
Then ask it.
We're all wardens here. Do I really have to ask it? Or do you just want to tell me what it's there for?
I'm not following your meaning.
There's a dark spawn about 40 feet underneath this, Reyes. I love you, brother, but subtlety was never your strongest suit. You did a shit job of hiding it.
Not necessarily my doing. I told Valmont this place is too public.
Oh, what are you doing getting involved with him? Have you heard him speak? That is the single most punchable voice I have ever heard in all of my years.
Truly insufferable.
It truly is.
Means to an end. Valmont represents a world that we're seeking to avoid, but he's useful for now.
So you're trying to liberate the world from pain and suffering, and in the process, you're shacking up with one of the worst representations of villainy and control in this gilded cesspool of a city.
Valmont knows what he needs to know. I may have left a few things out.
Don't expect any less from you. I would, however, expect more from you than stone's blood fucking blood magic, sunshine.
After everything we did, you're really going to turn up your nose at what kind of magic I use.
You were talking about trying to be this elevated being, trying to be like this architect that you hold in high regards. And you're using blood magic. You're cavorting with awful people. I'm trying to see anything noble in that.
I think you're once again missing the point, Ziggy.
No, my friend. You believe that your ends justify your means. And you forgot what we believed when we were on the road. That our means are our ends. We stood against the Deventer when they were destroying Breela's home. We stood against the Ferelden when they did the same to Doman. We took Faye off the streets for no reason, to no benefit of our own. We did that because it was the right thing to do, not because it would end in something good. Breela's home was destroyed. Doman's tribe was driven back. And Faye, where is your little shadow anyway?
She has her own business to attend to.
I'm sure you've always got her on some little scheme. I'm sorry, it's getting it's hard to shake old habits, you know. Look, I really didn't mean to come over here and talk shop like this with you. I genuinely do just miss you guys, and it's really incredible to sit here with you again.
It was nice getting to see you one more time. This
You really
blade
think
will
you-
end.
Do you really think you can save me?
I'd like to. This blight will end soon. And since Antiva, the four of us have been on borrowed time anyway. This is likely farewell, Ziggy. Even
Show
if
me.
you aren't spared what's to come, I hope you find peace.
You're acting like I made up my mind.
I've known you long enough to know that your sense of duty is going to supersede anything else.
You're right. 25 years as a warden. It's in my bones now. But I spent all of those years with my best friend at my side. Maybe that's where my honor and my loyalty should lie.
Then I expect you to follow your heart. And I will follow mine. We're going to find the one who will save you. Thanks for the drink, Ziggy. And he's going
Be well,
to,
Sunshine.
and
This
he's gonna
isn't the
stand
last
up.
time.
He's going to stand up along with Doman, and the two of them move away from the table.
Oh, I hope that bought some good time.
Well, we'll see. Garas and Venehn, other than pranks on Valmont, is there anything else you want to do before the game comes to an end?
I don't want to be in the room
Yeah,
with
As much
these
as we wanna-
people that will know what's in my pocket.
yeah, I don't want to be here much longer. As much as I want to pull more pranks.
Okay. The two of you want to leave the parlor?
Yeah.
Short as sheets.
Well,
real
no,
quick.
we can't all we can't
No.
all leave the building.
No,
You guys need
No,
to
the
stay.
the two of you could duck out.
Well, I don't want to
before-
leave Yasmera with just Ziggy though.
yeah,
That's fine
we-
too. So, does Venehn want to leave on his own? And
How about this? You leave the drop off, do whatever you want to do with that, and then come
You
back.
don't know I have that. I ain't
Oh, you
said
don't, I don't know
shit.
you have it. Oh, okay. I thought you told Garas.
No, I ain't said shit.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back downstairs. Try to figure out that way how to get out of there from the main area.
I'm not going to go too far. But I don't want to be in the room with the wardens. There's some nasty shit going on downstairs.
Nasty shit, as in.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
Okay,
But I'm going to
Uh,
skulk around outside.
can you get out from here by not passing through the parlor?
No, going back downstairs would also not be good, so I'm going to skirt the room and hope they don't notice.
Okay. I mean, they're probably already figured you're probably here somewhere, but. Alright, good luck. Okay, head into the parlor.
And don't leave without our money.
Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna have some of the money.
All right. Venehn, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Does Garas know?
Yeah, would I have
Any
felt a?
sense?
Yeah, would my spider sense be tingling?
Red
You
lyrium
do
is
not
close to
have
him.
an innate sense of red lyrium.
Okay.
That's not a warden thing.
Yeah, because I know we can
Cool.
sense dark spawn like that, but
Yeah,
just
red lyrium's separate from darkspawn.
I don't
Red
think
lyrium has
Venehn
a
knows
tie.
that.
Red lyrium has a tie to the fade.
Mm.
Specifically weakens the boundaries between it. The person you'd be most worried about in the room sensing red lyrium would be
It's
Reyes.
Reyes. Okay, that's what I thought.
Got it.
I rolled really good. Hold on. That can't be right. 26?
26?
That can't be the right
Nice.
number.
I've given up at this point expecting what the right number is with y'all.
I rolled 664,
That's
Yeah,
16.
so that's 16.
16.
and my
See, yeah.
dexterity is 6,
That's
22.
22.
and my stealth is 4.
26.
26.
Okay.
Wait, your stealth is 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're able to up those.
Yeah.
I also have a.
They
thing
only
that gives
go
me
up by
bonus to
1
two.
when you do that, though. They go from 2 to 3.
Well,
not 2
he
to...
has what do you call it? He has
You have
something
it.
else that adds to it.
Do you have something else that gives a +1?
Yeah, my coat does.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's the coat. So I have higher focus, and then my coat also gives me a +1.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Yep. So 26.
6 stump points.
Well,
Woo! I do 6 flips.
You do 6 flips out
Yeah.
of the room.
the 6 flips in a cart.
I'm
You
not
don't
even-
even touch the ground. You're just like somersaulting over everyone, just like over everyone's
Hopping
heads.
from
No one sees
chandelier
you.
to chandelier.
I'm
no
just
one
like
sees it.
watching Ved flipping away. Like, wow, this is so
I'm not
impressive.
gonna look for stunts. I feel like 26 is enough.
Yeah. Yeah. You are able to quietly make your way out of the parlor and have no indication that anyone has noticed you as you slip out into the cool night air.
It's my brain.
It's fine. you
Okay.
know. Yeah.
This makes Venehn nervous.
Yeah. It'd be much worse if you were a mage, but
Because last time they were in the Fade, that was fucking crazy.
yeah. Okay. Inside, the final hand comes to an. I don't think it's not a long game. Valmont doesn't like worry about. He's not really consolidating chips. He makes some pretty aggressive bets. He's not worried about this money. So I think within a few hands, he finally just goes all in. Feels like he has a decent enough hand. The
And I
Angel of
smoke
Death.
him.
Yeah, Angel of Death is drawn. You reveal your hand and applause throughout the room. Valmont stands and moves over to you to shake your hand and says, "Very well played, as expected."
You as well, my lord.
Champagne for everyone to conclude our evening. Very well played to all of our participants here. I wish everyone the fortune in the year to come, as befitting the gracious participation that you have given tonight. Your winnings are yours to claim as you see fit. Feel free to stay for as long as you'd like.
Can I sniff the champagne? Is it the same shit we've been drinking all night? I'm getting flashbacks to them fucking poisoning goddamn everybody.
Don't get poisoned.
Yeah, go. You can do a perception smell test.
Poison lore?
You should know what they smelled like, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you poison lore.
Okay. Nine, 12, plus 12 plus 6 plus 2 is 20.
20.
20. All right. The champagne seems fine. The glasses are brought out to everyone. Yours isn't singled out from a group. Nobody else touches it. Servers come out like from the kitchens with champagne.
But is it good?
Is it better than our possible champagne we're gonna make?
It's definitely better than any champagne y'all have been able to make in the last 2 years.
Rude.
I think y'all are games, but like most of your wine is like, again, the fruit based, like the stuff that doesn't take as long to make, the really like aged, like high end. But y'all don't make high end product.
Yeah,
We're a new
but also, like,
winery.
Oh, that's
Our
my
whole
fucking
thing-
reserves-
Stardew Valley farm.
The whole thing with Red Jenny is that y'all make affordable drinks for the con.
I just wanted to know if the Marquis was skimping.
Yeah.
No, this is he's
Good.
not gonna.
Good shit.
I
Yeah.
like that we establish ourselves as the Costco of wines.
Hmm?
Red Jenny is the Costco.
We're
of
the
wines.
Kirkland brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Franzia.
I think it's better than Franzia.
No, it's definitely better. I just meant in comparison with like
We're barefoot.
if Orlais is France and talking about French
Kirkland
wines and
brand.
stuff,
Kirkland is
y'all
perfect.
y'all are more of the Napa Valley versus the French countryside. So
Yeah, you don't have to pay customs on our shit though.
all right. But yeah, drinks are given out. The winnings are bequeathed unto you. I'd like everyone that's in there to make perception seeing tests.
I'm looking through the window.
You're just standing outside.
Like
I rolled
Slenderman.
real bad. Ziggy is brooding into his glass of wine a little bit.
I
I rolled
rolled
pretty bad, though. I got
real
Ziggy needs a
good.
hug.
Yeah.
7 plus 23.
Okay, 23. What Garrus got?
15.
15. And Ziggy got bad.
Yeah, it's like a 5, 6, like a 9 or a 10 or something. It's not
Okay.
good.
With the 23, yeah, as you very clearly notice, as everyone is kind of meandering away, Valmont goes and like says, "There's a lot of people in here still, and people are probably going to stick around for a while having drinks." But you see, as Valmont has moved around the room and is kind of like thanking everyone for coming, you see Lady Richelieu, Laura Donna Badur, Lady Beatrice Lemeray, Dakin Galno, and Duke Fontaine all individually kind of make their way to the back room.
My boy Fontaine.
They don't know exactly what it's about. Go ahead and point this out to Ziggy.
Hmm.
Some sort of business is happening.
Well, you have your winnings.
That I do.
Hmm. Should we do? You want to risk them going in there, following them, or trying to figure it out, or you just want to get the hell out of here?
Where the fuck have those other two gone?
It's a fair question.
Garrus is still there.
Oh!
Garrus is there. He's just by the very edge, by the doorway.
Get over here.
Hurries on over. Wait, do we need to go?
Everyone just went into that back room.
What do you mean by everyone?
Blah, 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 blah.
Fontaine? Oh. Why would Fontaine go back there?
Ray is definitely up to something here.
There is that room we found there.
What room?
Relay everything about the secret room that we found in the back room.
Oh.
What?
Wait, hold on. What does everybody know?
Yaz knew that there was a feeling of a darkspawn down below somewhere. That's all anyone fucking
All
told
I know
her.
is there is a second door in the room.
Yeah, Garrison said
Okay,
there is a
because
room,
when
but
you
not
say
what's
I
down there.
relay everything, I
Oh
need
no,
to know
not
what's
everything.
happening.
No. I just relay everything I know about the secret doorway
Yeah.
into the other room.
Oh,
Did you tell them, Venehn, about Roland?
No,
Or the
I
lyrium?
said I'm going outside. Let's regroup outside.
That's why I'm Garrett's trying
Okay.
to go outside.
Okay, then we go do this outside.
Because if this building
Okay.
fucking explodes with red lyrium, I don't want to be inside it.
Got it. All right,
All
we
right.
go outside.
Yeah.
You step outside.
And I look around for Ben and I go,
I'll show up. I'm here. I haven't gone far. I just don't want to be in the building.
So you step out. The fountain's out there. It's it's late in the evening. Not a whole lot of people around. You group out there.
Do you have the money?
Chink, chink, chink.
We need to get it somewhere safe. There's something seriously fucked up going on in there.
All of these people just went into that back room.
Yeah, I just pull out. I've got two things that are gonna make my point. The Maldonado's invitation with the eye with the dagger. This was on your friend Roy's invitation, and there is a veritable mine of this downstairs. I'm gonna pull out the cloth and unwrap it.
Fuck me.
Not only that, there's a dark spawn nailed to the ceiling, and they're draining him fucking dry.
that is wild. Okay. Fuck, we got to go back in there.
We can't. I cannot express to you how much red lyrium is down there. It is crates and crates. It is multiple shipments. It is the entire fucking cellar.
Okay, then what are we going to do then? I mean,
What can he do with that much red lyrium?
Maldonado said he was trying to build some sort of syndicate. And that he's got a bigger plan. The rest of them don't necessarily know what it is, but they know what's going on.
I want to open up my jacket and look at the dagger and see if that symbol on the dagger matches the one on the invitation.
Oh yeah, it's the exact same.
I look at that and I glance at them both. I'm like, we have to deal with this.
If we run in there right now, what are we going to do?
I know we can't run in there right now, but this is something we have to deal with.
No, of course we're going to deal with it. But
We kill
what
the
are
dark
going to
spawn,
do?
we can stop their supply of blood.
The dark spawn's already dead.
Okay. We cannot not do something today, because if we don't address it today, they could be gone in the wind. by
Okay,
tomorrow.
what do you want to do?
I have
You want to run in there and
idea.
kill everybody? You want to blow it up? You want to send red lyrium flying everywhere throughout the city?
I have no idea, but it feels like we can't just be standing around doing nothing right now.
They're all in on it.
No, they're tools. Reyes said that Belmont is a means to an end.
They're all a means to an end. What I'm saying is that they all know Valmont is up to something and they're okay with it. So they're not going
They're
to be
benefiting.
surprised.
They're benefiting from it somehow.
But they probably just think it's a piece of the game, right?
It
Some
doesn't
power
matter.
play.
They think they're smarter than us, and they're going to continue to think so.
Oh, okay.
But they don't know that we know about this.
No, they don't. Which we can leverage.
Okay.
Valmont wants small people involved in this social club?
Syndicate. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I just had an idea, but I need to make sure this is how this works. The right of conscription says that I can conscript anyone from like beggar to king into the Grey Wardens, no questions asked, right?
In theory.
Effectively, yes.
So if I just, in theory, if I were to walk in, kick in that door and say conscripted, 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 I mean, it wouldn't go down super smooth.
I
but
think
is
they'd
that...
laugh in your fucking face.
But it'd be really cool to
It's
watch.
So
It's great.
the language of it, I'll let you know. So in theory, yes. The political reality of it is likely not. The way and the language in the book, and then we can infer too from like overall lore is. You can recruit others into the Grey Warden. In theory, this can be anyone, but political realities, especially in Ferelden, usually cause wardens to tread carefully. So, like, if you went in and were just like read off the right of conscription and say you're all wardens now, these are all high-ranking, like political.
It would fuck some shit up. Okay,
you'd probably end up getting. I mean,
You're
it
going
probably
in the
would not.
cell.
Yeah, and also like. As one person, like, how do you enforce that with all these people in the room who have guards and people around them? Like, yeah, I mean, again, you could, but it's again like the letter of the law versus like the actual reality of the law.
Okay,
yeah,
that tracks.
Yeah, it's not a. It'd be funnier if it was like a magical power. You just go in and suddenly all the turn into wardens. They're like, shit, we gotta. Be super powerful.
Unwanted magical girl transformation.
You just go
A
running
griffin
into,
tattoo
like,
just appears on all their foreheads.
You just go running into the Imperial Palace, pointing at guards, conscripted, conscripted, conscripted.
What if I conscripted Velmont? Or try to? I mean, like, again, I don't. It's not about like whether it succeeds or not. I'm just trying to disrupt their little party.
Idea. How big is this place?
How, like, you want square footage or like how many stories?
How many stories? How many exits? Give me a general idea.
Sure. Sorry, I just need to get an idea because I was like, I'm gonna make up a number. I just want to.
I want the
2.5 million
exact
square
square
feet.
footage. I want to know
Yeah.
which
25.
rooms count legally as bedrooms. No. How many exits
What's
are we
the
looking at?
zoning? Okay, what's the
Okay,
zoning?
thank you.
So this is business zoning. So the buildings are kind of like abut each other. So it's like this is all like kind of like a semicircle of buildings with like shops, restaurants, things like that. Sweet Song Brandy Parlor is one of them. So it shares adjoining walls with the buildings to the side. You know that there you have the entrance to the front. There is probably an entrance from the back too for like shipments.
And there's the water.
Otherwise it is it's single story. And with like windows and stuff out front too.
Okay. Single story, 3 exits that I'm aware of, front, back, the canal down below.
Are you thinking arson?
I'm
You have
thinking-
a kind of arson look on your
No,
face.
you already said we couldn't blow it up because red lyrium was going everywhere. But can we lock them in and block the exits long enough to get help? If we can shut them in, there's nothing they can do with the Darkspawn and Delirium if the fucking Seekers show up. We can end this right here, right now. They'll believe us. They'll believe me. I'll go straight to Livia.
I think it's a good idea. I think it might be the best idea we have.
This is the best idea we do have right now. Yeah.
We're going to have to take careful stock of what Reyes can do. As far as I can tell, there's 3 exits, 1 front, 1 back. There is 1 down below through the secret entrance in the conference room. There is a canal that runs out through a gate. That's how Maldonado escaped.
Okay.
Can we block them long enough for somebody to get to the gentry?
Right.
Yep. Let's do that.
I'll take the front door. Pulls his shield off, gets ready to brace it is it are they like latches? What's the opening mechanism to the front doors?
Yeah, I mean, so it's, obviously not like a reinforced door. It's a simple wood paneled door with glass window on the front. You do know there are windows on the first floor too. The locking mechanism for this one, just a simple turn lock, like nothing.
Nobles probably aren't going to go throwing themselves out of a window unless it's a life or death situation, though. They don't want to tear up their pretty skin, I would imagine. I'm for it. I'm for it. Ziggy goes to block the front door.
And I will also remind you, there are people in there that are not a part of this. There are still other people like in the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't go hard. Don't cause panic. But if they try to leave, stop them.
Understood.
All right, Venehn, I think you're the fastest.
I'm sure I can find the horse.
Okay.
I'll return it.
Conscripted. Take the horse.
Ziggy, quick, conscript the horse for me.
Suddenly the horse turns into a griffin.
That's how it works.
Is that all it's
Okay.
taken this whole time?
So y'all are gonna keep an eye on the exits and try to keep anyone of this like group. Are y'all keeping everyone from leaving, or just the ones that you're on
Just-
the lookout for?
Just the list of the syndicate.
If the staff
Okay.
needs to go home, I feel like they can
I
go
was
home.
gonna say, because one will make a big issue. If you start blocking anyone from leaving, that's gonna start a commotion that will feed into the rest of the place. And
I
everyone will
think
start-
we keep an eye on the ones that we know just had the secret meeting. So we keep an eye, see when secret meeting is ending, and then nobody leaves.
Okay.
I'm
I
getting,
think,
I'm
Ziggy,
gonna ride
I will-
like the wind, bullseye.
I'm going to make myself seem like I'm just kind of that drunk old man that's hanging around the front door so that he could say goodbye to everybody. So it's
Okay.
just kind of
My
like
dad.
leaning up in the door frame and be like, "Have a good night. It was
Does
good,
Ziggy
good
every now
game."
and then like grab someone that he thinks is one of them, like, hey, you know what? Let me talk to you something right now. Gives him the nice little long dad talk, drunk dad.
Yeah, why not? Why
And
not?
a
I could politely congest the doorway just a little bit, like let people the fuck out too. But yeah, just make it a bit of a process.
L building a deck.
Alright.
Midwest goodbye, everyone.
These rich assholes gotta have like carriages and stuff waiting nearby, right? One of those horses is mine.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so interesting.
Is this
Okay,
what you
so-
thought we were gonna do?
Did
Do
you,
you
think?
think
Did you
there's
think we're gonna
any-
swat this entire?
Yeah,
place?
I think we were
SWAT
gonna
party.
swat them. No.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you're gonna ride to the chantry to try to find Seeker, Livia.
Livia or anybody that I know that works with her anybody that I know would recognize me.
All right, we're gonna.
I will
I'm
climb
gonna
up the
make you
wall
make-
and get the damn divine if I have to.
You're gonna make a dexterity riding test to see how fast you can get
Yay!
there.
Go!
I have
go,
that.
Go! You got
I
that.
took it so long ago.
That's right.
Dude, you and I, Carter and I both, Carter and you, we both started with that.
Yeah!
I remember that from the very, very
It
beginning.
was so long ago. Oh baby, that's good.
What we got?
23.
Woo!
I'm
Okay.
faster than this horse.
Yeah. At some
This
point,
horse
you
is
just start
slowing
running
me down.
past the horse. You go riding off through the city as you like cut the reins on one of the horses in front of this carriage.
This might
saddle
just
up on
be my
top of it,
horse now.
and go riding off into the city. The rest of you staying and hoping that Venehn can get there and back quick enough to not draw any attention. Venehn, you ride like the wind through the streets of Valreo.
I'm a Tower of Will.
As there are, I'm gonna go ahead and change our music here too, just something more suspenseful. You through city streets, it's the middle of the night. There's very little in your way as you're riding across Valreo towards the chantry. I'm gonna say it takes you about 20 minutes to get there. as you reach the grand entrance to the cathedral, dismounting your horse and going running inside. Very few people in here right now. It's mostly like there are a few of the few of the clergy tending to like candles and things around the chapel as you go running in. They seem very thrown off as you walk in, and one of
Good.
the one of the sisters comes up and says, "Might I help you?"
I need a seeker immediately.
I'm sorry.
Where is
what's-
Seeker Livia?
I can fetch her for you. It's late in the evening.
It's an emergency.
Right. Please wait here for a moment.
I will go to her if I have to, please.
No, I will
Tell
fetch
her it's Venehn.
Right, Venehn. I'll fetch her immediately. Please, just wait right here. And
She's got about 3 minutes.
an hour later. No. You a few minutes later.
I will start climbing the walls of the chantry.
A few minutes later, she returns with a very disheveled looking Seeker Livia in like, kind of like plain clothes. She comes out and sees you, immediately recognizing you, and dismisses the sister, and then crosses towards you and says, "Is everything all right?"
Marquis Valmont. His Wicked Grace tournament. In the basement. He's got Darkspawn. He's got a shipment of red lyrium.
Okay.
We need
Like
help.
you see, like she was half
Now.
asleep and is like now like kind of waking up and processing this information.
I've got 3 people keeping everyone inside that building.
I don't have to inform the Lord Seeker.
If we don't do something right now. It's not just
How-
Valrio that is in danger.
How urgent is this?
Yasmera competed in the tournament, and at the end of it, Valmont and several other nobility that he had invited there, specifically with this weird sigil that they have for their weird cult or syndicate or whatever, went into a back room where I know there's a secret door that leads down into a cellar with shipments on shipments of red lyrium and a darkspawn nailed to the ceiling where they were bleeding it dry. There is a canal that leads out into the city. Urgent!
Right. Listen. Who else is there? Give me names.
Who can remember is there? Marquis Valmont.
That's up to you. Lady Richelieu.
Lady
is there.
Richelieu, Duke Fontaine,
The Duke is there.
the two nice ladies that were nice to me. Fuck, Laura and I don't know,
The shipping lady.
the shipping
Yeah,
the
you-
shipping
you
empire
list
lady.
off the names. You list
You
off the
wouldn't
names.
forget Dawkin either. Our buddy Dawkin is in there.
No, Daken, the dwarf of the Carta, he's there.
The Duke is there.
Duke Fontaine.
Right. Listen, I can wake the Lord Seeker and inform him of this, but if they're doing something urgent, then it will be several hours before we can get anyone there.
Why?
Things don't move that quickly in our political realities.
The political
if the
reality is that every important noble in the city is fucking around with Darkspawn and Red Lyrium in the Marquis.
She kind of like, as you're like yelling, she like kind of moves because they're like with people being around and kind of moves in and says, "I'm not saying I'm not going to help. I'm saying I can come with you right now so I can observe this and give my own testimony to what's going on there. That will be far faster than me fetching the Lord Seeker. I can't just rally a group of seekers to this cause. This isn't even our jurisdiction. Have you informed the guard?"
What are they going to do?
Probably nothing.
Exactly, that's why I came to you. Because they wouldn't believe me anyway.
I know the Lord Seeker well enough. He's not going to jump at this urgently, especially if the cousin of the Empress is involved.
Fine. Come.
Right. As you move out the front, she says, "One moment, I'll gather my things."
Venehn
she
has
says, yeah.
never hated the church more. Is in this exact moment.
I mean, you would know too. Like the Seekers police the Templars police the mages. Like they don't really like go around the city streets like knocking.
No,
on
but I
doors
fucking
and,
trust Secret Livia with this,
Yeah.
and I need her to show some
And that's-
urgency here.
She urgently moves back, but also
give me
realizes that she is.
Put your damn
she's
shoes
not-
on and get on the horse.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. I will give you the option. Do you want her to have her armor and her weapons, or do you not?
No,
She can
I'll
go
let
right
her,
now,
I'll
and
let
she
her
won't
get her
have any of her
stuff.
stuff. Because she can get her armor and her weapons and everything. It'll take a few minutes.
I know, and then it's gonna
or-
let her get her stuff, but he's gonna be pissed off the whole time and be like, this is why we don't do
Okay.
this is why the Dalish don't do this is why we don't have established religion, because it takes 17 years to fucking do anything when an entire city is in danger. This is why we don't wear armor that is harder than fucking wyvern skin, because apparently it takes 70,000 minutes to get dressed in an emergency.
As you get through your rant,
I'm sure the Chantry sisters love this. They think
Yeah,
I'm fucking insane right now.
They're really enjoying it, and there's a lot of like, I don't know, the chanter equivalent of the sign of the cross at every.
Oh, the maker, oh, Andraste, oh, we love all people. Yeah, it's until it's a fucking emergency, and it takes 20 minutes to talk to someone, and 20
Secret
more
Olivia
minutes
comes
for them to
back
put
out
shoes on
and
and get on a
says,
fucking horse.
All right, we're going. And she moves out the
It's
doors of
losing.
the chantry with you.
We got a smash cut to Ziggy trying to slow everyone down with like the. So I look like my grandson's friend. It's a surface dweller. It's just no. Yeah, don't rush off. There's no urgency. It's fine.
You're doing a great job of you know what, just make me, just for the shits and giggles, make me a communication performance.
Could I use like a deception or disguise? I mean, performance is fine too.
I'll allow deception.
Yay! That's really good because I get to re-roll that too. Because I rolled that very poorly. All right. 12, 18.
18. That's very good. I think you get a whole line of people, because people like don't want to say goodbye to you, and then like you know, talking with you, and and then there are people behind that are frustrated, but as soon as they get to the front towards the doors, and then you greet them, and they get caught up and saying goodbye to you.
I start teaching the most susceptible ones a drinking song on the spot.
You get the whole crowd here caught up in a drinking song.
It's just Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
That'll stop anyone in their
old-
fucking tracks.
the ancient dwarven song, Sweet Caroline. It's sung in Orzammar for centuries.
Hey, that was one of our paragons, okay? Don't you dare disparage the name of the Paragon Caroline.
Like Paragon Caroline, how sweet she was. You you are able to stall people. I'm saying with that deception alone, because I was not expecting a roll that good.
That was really good.
You are
Ziggy
able
can
to
lie. Y'all don't know.
you
I
were
love
able to
it.
stall people coming out for a very long time. And you do not see is somebody standing at the back too?
Yeah, I'm.
I
standing
think
at
it
the
makes
back.
sense for Yas to do
Yeah.
that since she just won, so she can kind of like carouse.
She
with
went
I
out
guess
back
I'm
to have
at
a
the-
cigarette.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I'm downstairs at the tunnel then.
Okay, so Garas is at the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yasmera is at the back exit, and Ziggy's at front. Okay.
A star for everyone for going along with this fucking half-cocked plan that I just came up with out of nowhere.
Best plan.
It makes a lot
it
better
does.
sense than me wandering into a group full of nobles and saying, "You're hired. You're hired. You're hired.
I
Come with me."
I do love that plan.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been a solid.
If for no
That's
other
one of those
reason-
plans where it's like, step 1, conscript everyone. Step 2,
Profit?
Step 3, profit. Yeah.
If for no other
Uh,
reason than I kind of wish we could have seen Val playing 7 discreet nobles being like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was fully prepared, assuming y'all were going to listen in on their conversation. I don't have to do that scene now. I'm very happy about that.
We'll record that for the Patreon. I'm gonna make it. So don't get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That'll be the deleted scenes at the end of the campaign.
Blooper reel. We should make one of those.
Absolutely.
I don't have time for that, but I bet somebody does.
That's just everything we do is the blooper reel, though. So
About says 20
I
minutes.
forgot John Cena was on the screen.
About 30
Sweet
minutes.
Caroline.
About 30 minutes after after Venehn has left. You've been holding up people here pretty well at the front. At the back exit, the door opens, and you see stepping out. I'm gonna roll for this to decide how many people are coming out this way.
Fortune roll.
Fortune roll. God, I love Blaze in the Dark. Wish this game had a mechanic for that.
You could
Okay,
just make one.
I could. I usually do. I just arbitrarily roll a die and decide decide on a number I'm looking for. Okay. You see stepping out the back exit. Actually, two things are happening simultaneously. I want Garas to also make a perception hearing test. That's gonna happen first.
okay. 21.
21. You begin to hear, so you're in the sewers, like kind of at the edge of this like canal here, like just around the corner from this gate. Keeping out, the gate is still closed. You've heard some people like moving around in there. I think at this point they've kind of given up looking for Roland, because it's been a long time. No one can fucking find this guy. I also think they probably found his shoes at some point and realized that he must have
Pulled a
either
Shawshank Redemption.
they're drowned or or
I'm
escaped.
banking on them thinking he drowned because he was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Maybe he made it.
You hear some commotion and some shouting from the from inside, and you hear a voice saying, Valmont, what is the meaning of this? Please, this has all gotten out of hand. I don't wish to be any part of it. And you just hear Duke Fontaine, very upset sounding, very agitated, like echoing from inside.
Oh boy. I creep down the hallways a little bit so I can try to hear.
You just like peer around the corner.
Yeah, just try to hear.
Yeah, you can't really. There's no really hallway to peep down. Like you're just gonna have to swim if you want to like get closer to the gate. You're kind of as far as you can go on foot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peer around the corner so if I can hear better.
You peer around the corner and you can see doors have opened, and coming into the room, you see Doman at the front, currently like grabbed onto Duke Fontaine and kind of like dragging him into the room. And beside him you see you see Marquis Valmont, and you also see kind of like keeping up the rear and having like looking a bit kind of agitated, you see Loredana, Lady Beatrice, and yeah, you see the two of them as well, along with, so the four of them, Duke Fontaine, Loredana, Lady Beatrice, and Marquis Valmont, as well as Doman, I think, so 5. So they are coming into the room. You can clearly see that Duke Fontaine is being like dragged in here against his will. And he says, he's kind of shouting, he says, "This is absurd. All of this is completely absurd. Is this a prank? Please tell me this is a prank. It's not very funny if it is." As Doman is sort of dragging him forward and just kind of like throws him on the ground.
I keep on trying my best to continue watching this without drawing any suspicion to myself. See if anything else happens.
You see Marquis Valmont says, "My dear Duke, I'm afraid your participation this evening must have been an oversight on my part. I had hoped that you might go along with this endeavor, but if not, then I believe you have no place with the unseeing eye. So, instead, we'll make a demonstration." And turns back to the others and says, "Doman, keep an eye on him for now. I'll show our new guests what we have accomplished here in the past several months." And begins to kind of like lead them off towards like one of the hallways while Doman is keeping an eye on Duke Fontaine.
Save him. Save him.
As they are walking, as soon as they walk away, I'm going to try to sneak up as quiet as I can, get closer and closer to Doman.
You're gonna have to swim to get
boy.
there.
You have to
You're
go
gonna have
rock
to get
style.
you're gonna have
Yeah.
to get in the water and move through the gates and everything.
I take off my shoes because I flash back to what Venehn told me one day. He says, like, always take off your shoes if you're gonna swim through a canal. So he stops, takes off his shoes, and like.
And just to
takes
be
the
clear,
dagger.
you're not wearing your armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because you wouldn't be able to swim with it. That's why I wanted to be
Yep.
be clear.
Yep.
I assume not with the fashion, with the drips that everyone shared. Probably, other than Ziggy, probably no one else was. You.
Where am I supposed to fit armor in this thing?
You dip into the water and begin to swim towards the bars to move through. We're going to cut away from that. At the back, currently the door opens, Yasmera, and you see two guards step out the back, along with Lady Richelieu and Reyes.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm engaging these assholes in conversation.
You got this, girl.
As Lady Richelieu steps out, sort of looking around, and her guards begin to move down the alleyway, kind of like, assuming you're kind of like the exit of, or near the exit of it, like, or between them and the exit of the alley. They kind of step forward. Lady Richelieu like turns like she's gonna walk past you and just kind of gives like a polite smile in your direction, like she's gonna keep going.
My lady, so glad to have caught you here. I heard that you and your dear friend, which one was she? The shipping lady? Yaz would know this. Sid does not remember.
That was Lady Beatrice.
Lady Beatrice. I had heard that you and Lady Beatrice took quite the shine to our fine establishment at Red Jenny this evening. Might we have a quick conversation about potential business dealings?
She smiles and says, "Yes, we very much enjoyed the wine that you provided. Unfortunately, it's late in the evening and I've had far too much to drink. I can visit your vineyard on the morrow and we can discuss further dealings."
Oh, well, by all means. Well, if you don't mind, I myself also had a bit to drink, so I'm more than happy to escort you as far as the end of the road, just to discuss some business as we go. Literally just like backwards walking in a backless dress, keeping this woman in my sights and trying to babble on.
Uh, she like again hasn't broken stride as you're like walking beside her, and she says, "I appreciate the offer, but I must insist. As I said, it's far too late for socializing, and I find myself very tired from the night's festivities. I believe you have your own business to attend to with your winnings. Perhaps you should see to that."
Oh, the easiest business in the world. Goes right back into investing, as we all know. No, nothing to worry about there. However, the proper investment is something that I would love to discuss with. I'm talking her fucking ear off. We're not letting up. We're not letting up.
You, I think like Reyes is kind of walking to the side and not really like reacting to this conversation, is just kind of walking like alongside the group of you. As you reach the end of the alleyway, she like there's a brief pause and she begins to turn to the left and Reyes says, "Well, considering I have no ear for this business dealings, I will bid both of you good evening as well." And Lady Richelieu kind of gives a polite nod in his direction. He kind of looks at you pointedly for a moment, and Reyes heads off the other way.
Only one person. Shit. Alright. Do we death root or do we make a scene?
I like that they're both extremes, that there's no like subtle one. It's either make a scene or poison someone.
Hey, they were not happy to sit here and cavort with me, so what else do I have as an option?
I tackled someone out of a window once, and I caused a fight with Dolman, so you're talking to the wrong person.
You could sneaky stealth. That's like your best thing.
The problem being they're about to separate into two different directions.
I know.
Okay. Let's. I gotta keep an eye on Reyes. What's his name? What's his title? Reyes what?
Lord Reyes Hanover.
Hanover. My Lord Hanover, before you go, a moment of your time.
He kind of turns back to look at you. Lady Richelieu and her guards continue towards her carriage. Yes.
Just wanted to say that next time you decide to use blood magics on someone for a mere card game, perhaps play to win.
I already have.
Ah. Yes.
Good evening.
Is it?
He turns and continues walking.
Give him a moment and follow him.
Okay. Yaz goes to follow. At that point, out front, I'll say you hear Garrett or Ziggy. You see the kind of rattling of a carriage as Lady Richelieu's carriage leaves, heads off into the night, and a few minutes after that, you hear a galloping horse as Venehn arrives outside of the brandy parlor.
I think as soon as they start coming up, none of the rest of our targets are coming out through the front, right? These are all just
just others,
okay.
extras.
As soon as he sees Venehn and the Seeker, he drops the act entirely, just walks straight up to them, and says, Richelieu just left. One of the exits has been not secured. I've held them off as long as I can. I haven't seen anyone else leave.
We need to get the secret downstairs.
Yeah, Secret Livia dismounts the horse too and says, where are we going?
Let's show them. And Ziggy will pull out his Grey Warden amulet and just like boom his voice out, Warden business out of the way.
Okay, you begin to push it. I'm not gonna make you check for that. Easy enough. You kind of begin to push
Conscript!
through the crowd.
Conscripted!
Conscripted.
Ziggy, can you handle this from here? I'm going to follow Lady Richelieu.
Of course. Be careful.
I will.
Venehn. Be careful. I want to see you back at Red Jenny.
I'll see you later tonight.
You'd better.
I promise.
Seeker, let's go.
Right. And she heads in.
You can trust him, he's cool.
Lady Rishu's carriage is leaving. You're following her carriage on horseback.
Yep. You know,
Okay.
chilly, quietly, sneakily.
Yeah, I mean they're not like rushing through the city. They're moving at a normal carriage pace. So
Yeah,
on
I'm
horseback,
not letting her go.
just a trot.
Yeah, this is on Reyes. I got this.
I'll tell you just as you follow. It does seem like she is heading in the direction of her estate.
I'll kind of gently go through some alleys, kind of like take a side road, just like making sure that I'm coming around and like keeping an eye that they're still going that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just gonna like follow right behind them like a fucking cop.
Okay. Ziggy, you and the Seeker begin to push back into the building. You push back to that room, the conference room from before. It is empty. Does Ziggy know? Ziggy knows that there is the secret door here, but Ziggy hasn't seen the secret door.
I feel like I told them where it was.
If you want to say that you gave a
because I
description
told
of
them
how
everything else.
I'm fine with that. I just wanted to say, I was like, if we're really rationing information,
But
wanted
also,
to
I
make
feel
sure.
like, because I did tell them, like, about Red Lair of a Darkspawn and, like, Passage and everything, so I feel like when I'm handing Livia off
Yeah.
to Ziggy, I'm like, conference room, this bookshelf,
Yeah.
press this, you're in, baby.
You, the two of you head back, push open that entrance, and begin heading down these steps. At that time, Garas, you have snuck through the water, moving up, and you hear Valmont speaking and says, yeah, so Valmont speaking says, we've made great strides with the substance. It's been useful in many ways, and well, Lord Hanover's instruction has been most beneficial into our subjects. Doman, would you help with this as well? And he sort of like moves forward a bit. He moves to one of these side rooms, and you hear some like rattling of kind of like some chains from inside of there. And Doman comes out, pulling kind of along with him a very haggard-looking man that is he has like long kind of brown hair. It looks a bit disheveled. He's not wearing any armor currently, but he has the bearing of like a soldier, and pulls him in, kind of puts him in front of Duke Fontaine, and says, this is a former warden, a deserter of their cause, apprehended by the city guard a few months back, and, well, placed in my care through some contacts I have. Warden Lucius Orin will be a fine candidate as for this demonstration. Please stand back if you would. And the two women kind of like step back, and Valmont steps towards the warden with a pulls something out from like a small satchel he's carrying. Essentially looks like some kind of I guess the closest we'd say like modern terms, like a syringe almost. And it is sort of like glowing red. Valmont moves towards this warden and unceremoniously stabs him in the chest with it. You watch as this warden convulses for a moment and collapses onto the ground. And a pause hangs through the air. And then you see crack. Crack, crack. As his body begins to convulse. You see him go through something very akin to a darkspawn transformation as his joints pop out of their sockets and his skin grows dark and decayed looking. His body seems to swell. He shrieks in this inhuman sound as he pulls himself onto his hands and knees. That shrieking continuing. You can see Lady Beatrice and Loredana kind of like looking back in horror. And after a few moments, the sound ends. The scream cuts short. And breathing heavily, just about 2 feet taller than before, hulking, like skin kind of lacerated in places, and this red like ichor kind of leaking out through it, just the sheer like bulk that he is swollen to. You see this man standing there with these dim red eyes, a kind of distended jaw with jagged teeth half formed in his mouth. And as he kind of looks down, like scanning the room, Doman, in a very gruff voice, says, "Stay." He just kind of freezes there. And the Marquis says, "This is the future of warfare. A guard that will obey your every command, charge headlong into battle, defend your holdings, and feels no pain. We're referring to them as Red Wardens. Now, how many would you like to buy?" And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
How did this asshole go from like dude that I just want to smack around because you're just this rich dude to like Justin Hammer, and I
Money.
hate him even more. Yeah, that's what it is.
Money.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always about weapons. Doesn't matter what
Oh
era
my
it is. It doesn't matter whose
God.
fantasy world it is.
Yeah,
It's always
There's
about
always
weapons.
gonna be a weapons manufacturer. Oh,
that's the reality of things, unfortunately. But yeah, that's gonna be it for our session for tonight. I'll put on some peppier music. I'm really excited by the group being so fucking split up right now. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So that's the end of our game. We should just go ahead and do stars and wishes because I know we're over time. Let's crank those out super quick. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to cop out and give a star to everybody. I just think everybody did a really good job. And I came flying in with a half-cocked plan straight off the dome, and everybody went with it and committed to it. And yeah, that's what makes these kind of games great. So yeah, everybody gets a star for me. My wish is I want to confront Lady Richelieu. Like, that's got to end somewhere. And Venehn knows how he wants it to end.
Yeah,
So
we'll just have to see. I am interested to see if you end up confronting her now and how that goes. Awesome. Thank you, Van. Who's next?
I'll go next. My star, boy. It's a tie between both Ziggy and Yasmera's methods of just trying to get people to stay inside the building by having the most snarkiest conversations, either between snarky conversations or just being drunk uncle. It was great. I loved it. Everyone just had. I really want to give stars to everyone because everyone had a really dope role play today, and then we had like the planned out cocktail was so good. But yeah, so many stars for everything. My wish is, Garas is ready to return this dagger to Valmont, and I kind of know how in my head he's going to do it, and it's going to be with a pointy end. So just saying. Yep,
Definitely.
that's me.
Thank you, Wally. Who's next?
My star goes to Oprah. I mean Ziggy. You get conscripted, and you get conscripted, and you get conscripted. It made me very happy. Also, Sweet Caroline as a Paragon is fucking hysterical. My wish. Yeah, I am horrified and also very excited to see what happens where everyone is everywhere. Everywhere. Like, you two are still in the same building and you're not in the same place.
They're
What
about
have
to be in
we
the same
done?
place.
I just have a head start. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Oh, just like full crocking in the water, just
Yeah.
eyes visible.
It's just the whole time you see Garrus'
Eye,
like,
the
eyes,
one
just
eye.
there.
Oh god. Oh, what the fuck have we done? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's called.
Yeah, that's my wish. My wish is that we all get wrecked. Cause holy shit, what have we done? That's me.
Yeah. Well, hey, we put a lot of effort into winning that 100,000 silver, so you'd better survive. Okay.
Yes.
You
need
better
to find someone to spend
survive
this money.
and have enough remaining silver left over to traverse over into D&D so that you can conscript a cleric to bring us back from the dead. Because that's
Just so you know, I went ahead and refreshed my own personal stash up to 9,000. So as a group, we have 96,875.
that's a lot of clink.
Jeez, we have a lot of money.
Get home safe.
Yeah.
Get home safe.
Drive safe,
So
everyone.
my star, we don't really give enough stars to Val. My star has got to go to Val for all of the wonderful NPCs over the course of this event. I hate Belmont so much, and I don't know what it is about that voice that just fucks me up every time you bring it out. But just I can't even do it. But just like the sound of it just makes me go, ugh. And then everything that he says just makes me go, ugh. So yeah,
He has a
that
punchable voice.
very
But
punchable voice.
I'll say that my inspiration for the voice comes from Michael Kramer, who voices a lot of like fantasy novels, specifically like the Mistborn series, and that's a voice that he does for a lot of like villains, and I'm like, I immediately hate them, so that's why I chose that voice.
Well,
for Belmont.
you have channeled that energy very well. But I also gotta give you like just like a little second star because I really enjoyed the chat that I had with Reyes, and we haven't people watching definitely don't know. The rest of the cast probably don't know. We haven't talked a whole lot about a lot of that backstory. So like a lot of these things just kind of come up organically, and I really love the way that you just take whatever I say and roll with it and make it great. So it was wonderful. And my wish for this evening is God, I've got so many because there's so many wonderful things. I think the one that I'm really gunning for the most is I would love to see Garas have a rematch with Doman. Yeah. Like personally, I want to have more debates with Reyes. I want to have more like role playing time there, but I'm definitely putting my quarter is going in the slot of Garas gets to fight Doman again and whoop his ass. So
That
that's
could
me.
very well happen. Yeah. I'll say that to your point about the backstory stuff, you're a very good improv partner, so that makes it very easy to just
Thanks,
like
buddy.
spin that all up. So I haven't had any need to sit down and be like, okay, what's the backstory and stuff, because I'd like Cito make up something fun in the moment and we can just roll with that. But yeah, well, I'm very excited to see what happens next time. This is not at all where I thought things were going to go. I may have to rebalance some combat stuff. So yeah, thanks everyone out there for watching. Like I said at the top, we will be back in a week to continue our game. Won't have any other shows in the meantime, so just get caught up on our YouTube. I don't know if you got the link queued up, but we have our new merch shop from perfect, thank you, from T Public. You can buy our new shirt or new design there on shirts and tote bags and stuff, and we'll have more stuff coming soon. Thank you everyone out there for watching, and thank you to my lovely players for making this game a joy to run. We'll see everyone in a week, and until next time, good game and good night, internet.